streets.
To be honest with you, this is the longest convoy we have had in terms of number of cars participating in the last 3 years, and it is also the most orderly convoy that I have seen in the last few years as well. I'm aiming for the same edge of the same wall down there. However, I'm behind you. It means at some point you're cutting off my path without bad driving me. You're just going about your merry way, right? So I'm literally running myself out the road by being on the outside. Once again, just like down there, standing on two different surfaces. This surface change is not just a surface in terms of the physical surface of the tarmac, but there is also a transition in terms of our leveling. You walk your foot, slide the foot across it, you realize that it's not even. So the traction changes and the level of the road changes at the same time, which means you just roll over a bump while braking hard so that you don't hit the wall, and the traction on either side of that bump is different as well. Depending on gear ratio, you take it in a first. Most cars will have the kind of power band and gearing that allows them to roll through this fairly comfortable. Maybe not at maximum speed, but you're not trying to get maximum acceleration out of the corner. You're trying to carry maximum speed through the corner. And this is now where your higher gear, if you have an option of 2 gears, just remember the higher one carries more speed. The lower one feels to have more control and better acceleration, but the higher one is usually faster because you have momentum on your side. And by the way, when you're in the car, you will not have the sense that it is as steep as it really is. So, until you walk it, you would never have had any idea that this is so steep, right? Which means all of these years you've been practicing to drive parallel to lines that you see. On a racetrack, you don't do that anymore. It's one of the first things you're going to get rid of when you come and race on a track or drive on a track. That the curbs are not there for you to drive parallel to. They are there to exploit. This corner is what we call a late apex corner. You want to turn in late and get to the apex later in the corner than normally is the case.
What about that massive dip on the curve?
What dip?
That.
I'm gonna ask you what dip. Here's why I ask you what dip. And I say, so what you're talking. But he's asking. So the question here is, what about this massive dip by the side of the road? And my cheeky response a while ago was in the form of a question. What dip? It's kind of like a little inside joke we have for those people who enjoy rallying. When you go, you're not afraid to jump over that precipice by the side of the rally stage. And the question is, what precipice? You know why? Because it's only a problem if you go over there. Again, this is one of those cases where you want to fight the tendency to be distracted by the curb and magnetized by it and get drawn in by it. Because if you turn in early, remember what happens when you turn in early. Exit wide. The difference could literally be just 2 miles an hour makes a difference. 2 miles an hour in top speed in equal cars going down a street, but I take the last corner a little bit better than you. And as a result, with exactly the same identical car, I happen to have a maximum velocity or speed that is 2 miles an hour higher. It means if we have exactly the same braking point and technique, I have that 2 mile an hour advantage going into turn 1. Some people can make use of that. Some will learn how. But the point is, you don't want to be the person who is on the wrong end of that kind of scenario. I generally try to avoid shifting at the top of this hill because a lot can go wrong. And if you miss a shift in this situation where that bump is there, again you could end up with some catastrophic damage to either your gearbox or your engine or both. Bear in mind, there's no such thing as one perfect line on a racetrack. And for all the reasons that we spoke about and for reasons that we haven't even discussed yet, your line might be different when you're in a race, might be different when you're in qualifying, but this is what we call an ideal racing line. A pretty generic, theoretical, fastest way around a track. For the most part, it was, to be honest with you, this is the longest convoy we have had in terms of number of cars participating in the last 3 years, and it is also the most orderly convoy that I have seen in the last 3 years as well. So a round of applause to yourselves for being quite orderly and disciplined in that regard. Very well done, which is very encouraging, which means I can actually short circuit and fast track the next stage. Because at this point in time, especially for the first timers, typically you would queue up and you would have somebody with some more experience than you do sort of sit with you individually on track, which would mean that there would be literally people waiting while others are out safe. And in your qualifying sessions, we can allow you to do individual hot laps at whatever pace you feel comfortable. And also, we will have coaches on hand to get you to work on speed on that day as well. So today we're not working on speed yet, but we are stepping it up every single session we come back to for the rest of the year. We will be stepping it up and cover another range of topics to get you a bit further up the ladder than you are right now. And remember, your objective here is what again? Lines. Lines. You don't want no racing. I don't want somebody to look like them and think about racing. I don't want. You see, a while ago, when I was doing the last lap a while ago, and I was slowing down everybody, I heard some revving up, some VTEC bus and some boost up, blow off valves and some high revs and all that. You see, what's going on, people? Anyway, long and short. We know it's kind of difficult to keep the enthusiasm going, and I'm not trying to. Just want to keep the discipline high. As long as the discipline is high, nah, try throwing a cold water on people fun, alright? So, again, for the persons who have some experience on the track. Just today, Paul. Alright, so
Just get 3 laps.
No, remember, first timers in particular, let me address you now. The worst thing you can do is to sort of cement the bad habits. And that is critically why I would like for you to go out with somebody more experienced, whether it's myself or one of the guys who actually raced in the last couple of seasons in the Super Street class. They've been through this years ago and they know what they're doing. If you can just stick around in the pit lane for me, we will get through with every single one of you who is interested in having that kind of one-on-one. So just be a little patient and just stick around right where you are in the pit lane. What you can do in the meantime is just to kind of observe what's happening. And for the persons who have some experience, I'm going to allow you to just go out. We're going to be keeping an eye on you because if we see any mistakes as well, we're going to want to call you in and give you a little talk in terms of guidance and things. And for the persons who know themselves, I'm going to need for you to pitch in and assist in terms of helping the persons who are going to be gathered in the pit lane to get that few laps where they can feel that they're doing the right thing and get the kind of approval that tells them that they know they're on the right track. Because at the end of the day, what we want is to get you to the place where you can go out on your own and be in a position where you can pick up your own mistakes so that you know you can correct them. The worst thing is when you're making a mistake and you don't. And you don't. That's really the dangerous stage where we want to bend the tree right now when it's soft and supple and can be molded into the right direction. Alright? Here would be a braking zone, but because I'm going slow, I don't need to touch a brake. Here would be the braking zone. A little further back. So we're sacrificing the first apex. Okay. For the second apex of this corner. Here is where the other apex would be. You take this apex, exit on the outside.
Oh, okay.
Here is what we call Pinky's Bluff. And if you notice that car go to take that apex, you take the apex here,
okay,
exit on the outside. You would start braking here on the other corner. Take the apex, exit on the outside.
Robert just gave us one lap around the Dover Raceway, a Dover track, explaining the basic principles of circuit racing. Robert, just want to say thank you very much, bro, and looking forward to see you on the track at the next meet.
Certainly.
Big up.
Alright, big up.
Good. How was it being your first time at Dover Raceway?
Okay, hi everybody. Just completing today track day 1, hosted by the JRDC. Today was an excellent day. We did some laps, practice laps, just to get a feel of the track and to know our racing lines. I would say today was a huge success, and if you have any interest in racing, especially circuit racing, coming to a track day hosted by JRDC is the ultimate. You need to come and enjoy. It's a lot of fun. I was one of the few female racers, and trust me, the ladies put it down out here as well as the men, and you just need to come and enjoy.
Alright, big up 876 Streets, all things. I'm Leroy Spence, most people call me Ice, the current coordinator of the Super Street program, formerly called IP45 at Dover. Today, January 19, we just completed, and the sun is going down now. We just wrapped up our first Super Street driver clinic for the year. There will be 12 such events this year. This was the very first one. The next one will be February 17, right here at Dover. And this program is meant to develop newer drivers to be able to get an opportunity to get into motorsports, to actually race in the Super Street program and perhaps graduate to higher forms of racing, including IP, MP, Thundersport. Or it's also aimed at persons who don't necessarily want to race or have racing as part of their long-term objectives, but they still want to come to the track, enjoy their cars, and do so in a safe and supervised environment. The JRDC, through its sponsorship program of this event, is making it possible for persons to have that opportunity. This first event was a very successful one in my opinion. We had just about 40 participants, a lot of cars, nice variety from Germans to Japanese, fast, slow and everything in between, including a few pickups and so on. We're here today. I think the participants did a particularly good job. This was a very fine group, one of the better groups that I've seen so far as your discipline and cohesion is concerned. And I'm really looking forward to working with them again throughout the course of this year. So come February 17, we'll be back here, and other persons who were not here today, you're now invited. Please reach out. The contact is on the JRDC Facebook page. Reach out via WhatsApp. We can add you to the group, keep you updated as to when the events are, what syllabus we're covering, what the outline of the courses are, and any updates that happen to come across the path. We will simply let you know there. So once again, thank you 876 Street for being here, for covering the event, and for helping us to get the word out there. We appreciate it. And for the participants who came today, well done, nice to see you, good show. And for those who haven't come yet, we welcome you and look forward to seeing you. All right, peace out.